Life Audio.
Today on Talk About That, John gets his wisdom teeth out and experiences time travel. Meanwhile, I search for a loyal dog and share historical facts about Thanksgiving. Plus, a conversation about the story of Job and the two-word answer God gives to every prayer. Today's episode is not sponsored by Vicks Vapo Rub. You're still sick, but now you also smell like menthol.
I want to wish a happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners as we enter another special holiday episode of Talk About That.
You're on the road with your family, perhaps?
Yeah.
You think some people are listening as they make the long drive to Grandma's?
Maybe you're sitting in the airport with a delayed flight.
Meemaws and peepaws.
Yeah.
What are you going to be when you're a grandparent, John? Are you going to be a peepaw or a...
I think I want to be Poppy.
Poppy.
That's what Andrew is.
That feels...
It's Poppy. It's very Italian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It feels very Italian, and you're not Italian.
I'm not even close.
But you want to be a Poppy.
I do. I like Poppy. I want something different, you know. I don't want to be like Laura's dad is Papa, which I like Papa, but we can't have two Papas.
The weirdest one I heard was Nanaw.
I've never heard of Nanaw.
Nanaw is a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peepaw is a funny one.
Yeah.
Peepaw.
Yeah. Poppy is like the inverted peepaw.
Maybe?
Yeah.
It's an Italian peepaw.
Yeah.
Which is, that's what I had for dessert last night.
Italian peepaw is delicious.
Can I have the Italian peepaw?
I don't want to call out anybody on the podcast.
Oh.
But you and I had breakfast this morning at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
And
we did.
Which if Dane were here, he would love to hear me say Cracker Barrel. He always, Cracker Barrel.
Because you say lemon pepper chicken. And
lemon pepper chicken.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. And you ordered the Old Timers.
Old Timers, which is what I normally get.
I ordered Uncle Herschel's.
Correct.
And when they brought it, they were identical.
They were the same breakfast.
The same exact breakfast.
I think Uncle Herschel's had an option that you did not choose, though, in the meats. Like, you could have gotten a country ham or a pork chop with Uncle Herschel.
You had surely have to upcharge for a pork chop. I mean, just as a rule of thumb in life.
You know, Uncle Herschel. It's hard to say it.
It is.
Uncle Herschel is the guy next to the barrel on the logo. And the only reason I know that is because of the big controversy that's Uncle Herschel.
It was really? How do we?
Yeah. It's somebody's Uncle Herschel, John.
Okay, we don't know. The founder of Cracker Barrel.
Well, I don't know if he's the founder, but it's somebody that represented from his childhood. Maybe it's some, person from the Halcyon days of yore standing by a barrel. And that was Uncle Herschel. Anyway, that your breakfast is based on that guy.
Wow.
And they tried to banish him into the great beyond, and they said, no, sir.
Yeah, boy, America really rose up.
Yeah, we really rose up, and we saved Cracker Barrel.
We do things that really matter.
I had a thought yesterday because I was in the airport, as I want to do these days, and we saw so many dogs in the airport. A lot of people are flying with dogs.
Are they all service animals?
I couldn't tell. Some of these dogs are wild. They seem a little bit not servicey.
Like my dog Ace wild.
Yeah, like an in-service animal. So, but we saw one and it looked like, because we're trying to figure out like what kind of dog are we going to get whenever things slow down, which is what you say for the rest of your life until you die. When things slow down, we'll get a dog.
Right.
But we are going to get a dog. And so we're looking at different breeds now. And we saw this. It looks like a little tiny husky. That's what it looked like. It looked like a baby husky. And I was like, this thing would shed everywhere, but what a cute, they had the little curly tail.
You sure it wasn't a husky pup?
No, it wasn't. We looked it up. It's some breed that we'd never heard of. But maybe Carrie had heard of it. She used to work at a vet clinic. She goes, but it said...
Husky pup sounds like...
smart, loyal. It's hard. Husky pup sounds like, it sounds like an ice cream sandwich or something.
I was going to say, it sounds like where I would have shopped for jeans.
Yeah.
When I was real little. Yeah. Husky pup.
Come on. Yeah, the other kids are going to Oshkosh Bagosh. You're like, where's John at? He's in Husky pup. It's not great. He is packing on the pounds over there. Extra strain peas for that guy.
Taking down 2 or 3 jars at a time.
But so we're, so I looked it up. The dog, it says this breed, blah, 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 smart, loyal. And I'm like, loyal? Loyal is every dog.
Right, dogs are loyal.
If you feed a dog,
right,
and you lock it in your house, it's gonna,
you lock it in your house.
It's Stockholm loyalty, but it's loyalty. Like whoever had I got a beagle. Oh boy, watch out. My dad had a beagle. They'll double cross you. Like whoever got betrayed by their dog. Dogs are loyal. That's why you get a dog.
Yeah.
They're dumb,
Yeah.
and they follow you everywhere.
Yeah.
But I get that smart. Smart makes sense because there are dog breeds that are dumber than others.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes you choose a dog breed because it's dumb.
Yeah.
You don't want a dog that'll outsmart you.
I can put food on the floor sometimes next to Ace, and he can't find it.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's supposedly supposed to be a smart breed, but he's not. He's not looking real smart.
You got the one. Well, some of these tests are culturally biased. Okay, John. The other thing that happened to me this week, I ran over something. Have you ever run over something in the road because you couldn't avoid it?
Yes.
Like you're like
this is a scary story.
You see a car swerve.
Yeah.
And you're like, "What? That car swerved?" And then you just
Right.
it's there. And I still don't know what it was. But literally, my car's in the shop today. As we record this, it's Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and my car's in the shop today to get an alignment because I have to drive. We have to drive long distance this weekend or for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, I don't know if my car is jacked up because we ran. It looked. I swear to you, there was a car over to the side, up ahead. That literally, I think it was tied to the roof of this car. It went across the lane. It looked like a box of siding.
Whoa.
And I ran completely over it.
Wow.
I thought it might be a ladder at first. I was like, "Is that a ladder?" And it was. The minute I registered it at all, we were past it.
Did you notice damage?
No, we pulled over as soon as we could get to a gas station, and then we tried to get in there. But my car's so low to the ground, it's like one of those like little dumb hybrids. It's like a little hatchback.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even, unless I wanted to get on the ground. It was wet. I didn't want to get on the ground.
But
I was like, "Are we dripping fluids?"
You have people for this. Like you don't have to.
I do. I was like, "Baby."
Do they even know who you are?
I go, "Baby, could you please take this dental mirror and check for fluid leaks?" But anyway, we got home. We were in Cookeville when it happened, and we got home, and then today I was like, "We need to schedule an appointment, like to get this looked at." But I didn't know if you've ever had like you just like, "What is that?" I was like, "That could have been a body." I mean, I have no idea what I ran over.
Body.
I still don't know.
Yeah, I know. Of course, I hit a deer the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've run over stuff before. And when training Sadie, I'm like, look, if you're in the interstate, you just got to run it over, whatever it is, unless it's a person
you
or something.
can't swerve into somebody. Yeah,
right.
Unless it's a person.
I
That's
mean,
such a great caveat that you would give.
Well,
her.
you got to tell her, hey,
we don't run over people in the driver family. Okay, I don't care what other people are doing. Okay, we don't hit pedestrians in this household.
I don't care how tempting it is.
That's such a great family motto.
It is.
What a great daughter you're raising.
Well,
a humanitarian. Some would
pride
say.
myself in my
a pedestrian.
Pedestrian.
Dude, listen, I don't do drugs. And I say that to say this.
We're starting with quite the premise.
I don't do drugs. And so whenever I do drugs, like at the dentist,
right.
I do the laughing gas
Mm-hmm.
because the needles really bother me. Like the idea of because I feel it going into my face and they feel it and it really bothers me.
Yeah.
So I do the gas to kind of calm me. And they go, I asked him yesterday, I go, "Hey, we're going to do," because they had to fill 3 I had my first bad report. I've had like 6 or 7 in a row. Dentist, "Hey, you're good to go."
Yeah, perfect.
Not this time. They go, "You got 3 cavities." And one of them was an old cavity that just like from when I was a kid. They go, "Yeah, it's got stuff around it. We just need to pull it out and we're going to redo it." I go, "Okay." So they go, "You want to do them all at once?" I go, "Let's do it." So 8 a.m. I'm there. I mean, I'm not even fully awake yet. And I go, "Hey, I'm going to need the gas. I need nitrous."
Did they charge you for it?
Yeah. She goes, "Well, it's $50." I go, "Let's do it." She goes, "Do you want it the whole time or just while we're numbing you?" And I go, "Let's just do it. Let's go for it." And I told you my old dentist back in the day, and I told her this story. I said, my old dentist would say, "I'm going to start you at June Carter cash, and then I'm going to crank you up to Jonnie." Which is the best drug reference of all time.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash no longer with us. May he rest in peace. But I'm there, and they did, buddy. And I was like, this isn't even, I don't remember. I was getting relaxed, but I wasn't feeling it. And then it's like, then you feel it kick in. I was like, oh yeah. And it's because I don't do drugs. So like literally like it takes so little to get me.
Laughing gas makes everybody feel that way. You think you're superior.
No. I'm saying I'm not. I'm saying I have such a low tolerance for it that I think that I was flying.
Yeah.
And I wasn't laughing, but I was like not upset. The music dimmed. Like, like you can feel the music fade. Like they had music in the lobby.
When the music fades.
And I go, and all is stripped away, including my teeth. I was hearing the song and I was like, you just hear
really?
Michael Stipe's voice start to fade into the background.
It's crazy that you have memory and consciousness of that, because normally at that point,
That's true.
you don't remember.
No, you have to be conscious. That's why they use laughing gas and not just put you fully to sleep. It's because you need to be conscious enough to be like, they need you to close your mouth or they need you to open your mouth wider. You need to be able to like respond to prompts and tell them you're okay in case they can't have you die in the chair.
Yeah.
So they're like, are you good? Every now and again I have to go, thumbs up. I have to give them the thumbs up because their hands are in my mouth. I can't talk. But they, at one point, were filling the tooth, one of the teeth, and the gum was bleeding so bad that they go, hey, doc, come on in here. This gum, this thing's really bleeding. And I'm like, I'm like, man, this poor guy. I was
talking about.
It was like I was outside of myself as they like were responding to like, not a medical emergency, but like it was troubling enough that like, hey, come have a look at this. Mm-hmm. He goes, man, he's really been trapping food in there for a long time.
Oh.
And I go, okay, whatever.
So you talking about my body
That's
right now?
Weird.
My gum.
I got a food trap.
Yeah.
And so he told me when he got done, he goes, we had to do some work on that one. And he goes, your gums are going to be sore. You're going to need to take some Advil when you get home. When this wears off, you're going to feel it.
So just send me home with a tank of gas.
Yeah. I did feel it, but give me some nitrous for the house. Yeah. But it was like one of those things of like, I don't do drugs, but man, when I do the drugs, just, I don't know. I could see why people get into it.
Well,
people don't do nitrous at home though. That's not a thing.
Sadie had her wisdom teeth out.
Oh, that's right.
Last Friday.
And y'all did you filmed her, which I thought she wouldn't want you to post any of that. I was I can't believe she only posted it.
She's been watching it.
That's great.
That's what's helped her during her recovery.
That's fun.
Because that's what the kids do. They watch each other do it. But I told Sadie the story. I remember whenever I got mine out, I was newlywed, and I forgot about when it was. But I was scared of needles a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, look, my wife's a nurse. Can she start the IV? And they let her do it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, today, not a chance.
Yeah, that's
the liability.
But
we were sitting in a chair in a room.
This isn't that long ago that they would be like, back in the 20 years ago, we just let anybody do the...
It was 25, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so literally...
I brought up my own phlebotomist.
I did.
Weird.
Because I was like, I know she's really good. She's an ER nurse, and I feel better if she did it. And they were like, okay, well, she can do it. And so I sat in this chair in this room. We weren't even into the operating room.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, that's why I'm surprised you remember. Laura put the IV in, and I turned to her and I said, okay, I'm ready. Let's go. And she goes, what are you talking about? I was like, let's go have the surgery. I can walk to the other room now or whatever. We started the IV. And she was like, John, the surgery's done.
Oh, wow.
You just walked back in here. You literally just walked. I was like, no, I didn't. You just put the thing. I mean, I argued with her. It was to me, it was like that. I don't remember my eyes closing.
That's great.
Just like I was back in the same chair. And I'd left the room, returned. God knows, I went shopping. I don't know what all I did during that time.
You could have been that guy. You gambled.
But she was good. That's good. So
yeah, that's what you want.
I mean, technically, she's not responsible for the medicine.
I think my experience was better because, you didn't have the experience of the surgery, but I was hearing the sounds and the crunching and the drilling, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
And I think that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Like I was
it's
in like
apathy gas.
I was like a helicopter above myself being like, this poor jerk.
What they're doing to that
Take
guy.
better care of your teeth next time, weirdo.
Loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, we made it through and my teeth are good for another 6 months, John. Until the next cavities.
Hey.
Let's start working on these. I had a chocolate orange when I got home. My wife goes, you got a chocolate orange in the fridge. I go, oh yeah.
You had a chocolate orange?
I'm eating the chocolate orange as the numbing is wearing off and I'm thinking, this is probably relational. This probably correlates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate oranges are...
Anyway, kids, floss only the teeth that you want to keep. That's what I've been told. Only the teeth that you'd like to keep.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, John, let's take a minute and hear, because we're very thankful for a lot.
We are.
But we are thankful for our sponsors because they keep the lights on around here.
They do.
Let's take a minute and hear from a few of them.
All right, Johnny.
Yes.
We're back. And it is Thanksgiving week. Mm-hmm. So everything from the rest of the show is going to be Thanksgiving themed, which people act like we don't plan.
We do some research.
We do some things.
Yeah.
Sometimes we miss the mark. We say things that aren't true. We're not going to do that today, though. No. I will start with my segment, a little segment we call They Talked About That. pretty good for a holiday.
I think you're right,
Yeah,
buddy. We haven't had any gravy yet.
It's been a
Get
while.
some phlegm going, and we'll have it. There's a coating that happens.
Thomas Watson, born 1620, died 1686. English Puritan preacher and author. Studied at Cambridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a place you want to be. He said this: God loves a thankful Christian. Job thanked God when he took all away, and he quotes it, "The Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Job 121. Many will thank God when he gives. Job thanks him when he takes away, because he knew that God would work good out of it. It's such an interesting idea. We are just finished a series on gratitude, and I think about Paul talking about giving thanks in all circumstances, And it sounds, I think, even in the modern world, so maybe just impractical, but even absurd, that I would be thankful for something that's hard or difficult. And I think that kind of shows we really equate gratitude with blessing.
Yeah.
And we think of blessing as good thing. And we don't see that there's probably a higher, more holistic viewpoint of blessing, that there is a blessing of life. It's kind of like we think about being rich, right? Being rich means more money.
Right.
But you can be rich in a lot of things without having a lot of money. You can be rich in love. You can be rich in your marriage. You can be rich in your relationships around you. Have a richness of experience in life. And really, those are the things that actually make you wealthy.
You can marry a rich person.
That's one way to do it, yeah. But I think that idea that we can be thankful even when God takes away. And again, this isn't sugarcoating it, right? There's lots of us, myself included, that we wrestle with that verse in Job. The Lord gives, the Lord takes away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. We've heard like prosperity preachers over the years say, this is Job's opinion. It's bad theology that God even corrects later in the book and all these other things. Because it wasn't God that took away. God allowed Satan to take away. And, so we shouldn't quote that and all those things in the way that we shouldn't just trust Job, because he says a lot of things in this book that aren't right. And there's some maybe credibility to that conversation. But I think that the idea of it is pretty sound.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of like God almost like protecting you from something that would be bad for you. I think I've experienced that before where I'm like, why didn't I get that thing? And then the 5 years on, you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I know sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like, obviously, there's people who lose people in their life or they whatever, and there's no reasoning this side of heaven. It's hard to take comfort in that.
Well, it's a crazy story. I mean, Job's standing there, and in one fell swoop, everybody, he gets like messengers from all directions. Yeah. All your children just died. Mm-hmm. All your livestock just died. Everything is gone all at once. By like a tornado came and killed everything. And over here this happened. And then he's covered in sores that are so bad he has to like sit in the dust and scrape his sores with like broken pottery to try to get relief. And his wife walks up and says, I mean, this is pathetic. Your life is over. You might as well just curse God so that you'll die. And that's when he says, the Lord's given, the Lord's taken away. If I remember correct, I don't know the exact sequence. I don't have that book memorized. But that idea of what he was saying was pretty drastic.
Yeah.
To say, I'm still going to bless the Lord, even though I'm aware he has allowed, if you want to just say it like that, he has at least allowed all this to happen, which for him is practically the same as the Lord taken away. Right. What we don't want to do theologically, where I struggle even in life, I don't want to act like that God takes away. I don't like that idea. Mm-hmm. And there have been times, I think, in the last couple of years where I've had to grapple with that, where I'm like, look, you could have prevented this. I specifically asked you many times for this situation to go differently, and it still went the way. And then I have to go, okay, am I still going to trust and bless him even when what he gives me is not what I wanted?
Yeah.
Or what I asked for? And I can't find any good in it. It's not like what he's giving me is good and, it's just making me a better person. I can't see it's making any of us better. It's just hard.
Yeah, my buddy Ken Kinkton, who's a comedian and speaker, like he preaches like 10 or 15 Sundays a year, and he posted a sermon clip of his, and he said, God answers every prayer the same way. Whether the answer is yes or no, the answer is 2 words, trust me.
Yeah, that's good.
The answer to every prayer is trust me. And I thought that's pretty good. And that's kind of in keeping with what you're talking about.
Well, and that's sort of my motto of hope, is that we hope for the best. We prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
We expect nothing but God to be faithful.
Yeah.
And then we accept what is with grace and gratitude. I think if we could live by that, because I think instead we get hoping for, our hopes and expectations get real mixed up.
Yeah.
Instead of like, okay, I can hope for, that's great, let's hope. But in the end, and I don't mean like our hope for the future and eternity, but I mean like in this life, my expectation, I shouldn't really have one. I don't know how this is going to go, but I know however it goes, God will be faithful. I can expect that. That is something I can bank on. So yeah, anyway, Thomas Watson.
So if you're out there and you are scraping your sores with pottery, we're sorry. And please find some cooling salve. Don't do that.
We have Walgreens now.
Yeah,
you don't have to suffer like
Sky Rizzy or what's Sky Rizzy do? Isn't Sky Rizzy for
Do you notice, told Laura last night, how many commercials there are for
and they got jingles
drugs?
and you don't know what they do. I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. I know the song. I don't know what they mean though.
Right.
All I know is this guy's got places to go and they're feeling free because of Sky Rizzy.
Yeah.
But what is it for? I can't remember.
I don't remember. It's Sky.
I just know they're running on the beach and you're like, man. Like right before that commercial started, they were scraping their sores with pottery probably. And they took Sky Rizzy. Sky Rizzy not a sponsor. I don't think. What if Sky Rizzy was a sponsor?
Right now, this breaks in.
Amazing.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
John, let's do my segments. Let's start with Johnny's old jokes. We call it Joke About That. John, it's been a really strange day so far. First, I found a hat full of money. Then I was chased by an angry man with a guitar. What a juxtaposition of it's like one good thing and one.
Yeah, that's.
A married woman, John, is caught shoplifting a bag of apples. In court, the judge says, I don't usually do this, but to set an example, I'm sentencing you to spend 1 day in jail for each apple. That's a week in total. Her husband raises his hand. Your Honor, I have to confess, she also stole a bag of rice the day before. That husband's a knucklehead.
We'd love to get our wives incarcerated.
Oh, man. Isn't that fun? That's the root of all comedy.
Isn't it, though?
Incarceration of your spouse. Finally, John, knock, knock.
Who's there?
The little old lady.
Little old lady who?
Oh, I didn't know you could yodel. Did you see it? Did you know that?
I've never heard that. That's
little
good.
Old lady who. Okay. John, let's do a very special segment of This Week in History. We're going to do some Thanksgiving facts, and we have a jingle for this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Go. Let's do it.
All right. 1, 2.
Thanksgiving facts.
Oh, man, the turkey was great.
We'll get some pitch correction on that as soon as we possibly can. John, first of all, the first turkey trot dates back to the 1890s.
Wow.
Okay, 1890. You know, there'd be the turkey trot. Hey, we're going to go get fat here in a minute, but let's at least try to get a little.
Right.
Buffalo, New York, first place to host. It's like freezing cold town. That surprised me. I thought it'd be like a warm weather city. No. Thanksgiving morning, 1896. Only 6 runners participated. You know, crazy people. Mm-hmm. Future Buffalo Bills fans diving through tables probably, wearing no shirts. They participate in the race that you're running on stretches of dirt road for roughly 5 miles.
Wow.
So
that's quite the trot.
Yeah, that's a big one because now it's like usually a 5K.
Yeah.
I said 5.
5K.
5K.
5K here on WTXY.
John, Thanksgiving was originally celebrated in mid-October. Did you know that? The first Thanksgiving celebration wasn't in November at all. In fact, some historians suggest it was held in mid-October, similar to the present-day Canadian Thanksgiving. It was President Lincoln who set the November date in order to coincide with the Pilgrims' landing on Plymouth Rock.
But just when they landed, they didn't come on. They didn't like walk on ashore and start eating with the Native Americans.
I don't know. I think he just thought, let's commemorate it around that same time.
I like everything Lincoln's done up until now.
I know.
You know?
Right? That guy.
Yeah.
Watch him.
Yeah.
That hat. He's suspicious. Pumpkin pie isn't actually Thanksgiving's favorite pie. Did you know? That surprised me. The dessert has been an important part of Thanksgiving meals since the 1700s. However,
whoa, you're going to tell me which one's the favorite?
The American Pie Council is putting an end to the pumpkin versus apple pie debate. According to its research, apple pies are America's favorite, with pumpkin coming in second place.
I would have thought maybe pecan pie would have been in there somewhere.
You mean pecan?
In the top 2.
Pecan pie?
You don't say pecan. You're from Knoxville.
Pecan.
This is you trying to get rid of your southern accent.
Yes, John. Yes, pecan. John, female turkeys don't gobble.
When I was searching for the turkey noise, they had a female and a male, and I didn't want to use the female because it didn't sound like a turkey to me.
Only male turkeys make the well-known gobble-gobble sound that has come to be associated with the holiday. In fact, male turkeys are even known as, quote, gobblers. Females make other noises such as purring and cackling.
I'm not commenting on any of this.
And a nagging sound. I'm kidding around. Come on. We appreciate our female listeners. And our gobbler listeners.
Yeah.
Our male listeners.
Gobblers and cacklers.
Gobblers, cacklers, and purrers. John, the first Thanksgiving was actually a 3-day festival. Did not know that. The first Thanksgiving was celebrated 1621 as a harvest festival and included 50 pilgrims, 90 Wampanoag Indians, and lasted 3 days. Historians believe that only 5 women were present.
What?
Yeah.
Was it Jamestown?
I don't know. All I have is...
This is all you have.
All I have is the 5 women were present. Yeah.
I feel like that you should have come with some context for that.
I don't know. 1621. Historians believe only 5 women were present. You had 50 pilgrims, 90 Indians, and it lasted 3 days. Only 5 women. You do some research. I'll keep reading.
Yeah. What year?
This was 1621.
All right. You know who'll know?
Trying to debunk? Claude?
Claude will know.
Claude will know. Or they'll make up something.
Claude will always say, I don't really know the answer to that, but let me search for it. I'm like, that's why I was asking you, Claude. Yeah. You don't have to tell me you don't know. I don't assume.
What did you
know.
ask it? Were only 5 women present at the first?
5 adult women from Plymouth Colony, but only 4 of these women were still alive by the autumn of 1621 harvest celebration.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The first Thanksgiving was cooked by 2 saints, Mary Brewster and Susanna Winslow, and 2 strangers, Elizabeth Hopkins. I don't know what that means.
The 2 saints.
Yeah, they're capital saints and capital S for strangers. The dramatic shortage of women was due to the harsh conditions of the first winter. For nearly 80% of the women on the Mayflower died during the first winter, a far higher percentage than men or children. Of the 102 original Mayflower passengers who departed England in September of 1620, only 50 remained alive by the autumn harvest celebration, representing a staggering 51% mortality rate. The gender imbalance was particularly stark, with only 5 adult women surviving compared to 24 adult men.
Wow, this is...
it got dark.
This is... Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
This is like... And they're like, let's celebrate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
This got dark. I don't
Sorry about that,
Don't
guys.
look up anything else.
Yeah, that's why we don't.
Bumming me out. John, historians have no record of turkey being eaten at the first. Historians have reading problems today. Historians have no record of turkey being eaten at the first Thanksgiving. The first Thanksgiving Day feast happened in 1621, 3 whole days dedicated to the celebration. Although turkey was plentiful in the region and a common food source, it's likely that it wasn't actually the star of the festivities, and other fowling were served for the occasion. Instead, ducks, geese, and swans are believed to have been served to the English settlers and Native Americans. So we had more of a duck, geese, swan.
I figured it was maybe venison or something.
Oh, that could have been, but they're thinking more fowl. John Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national bird. A lot of people know this. In a letter to his daughter, he wrote, "For my own part, I wish the bald eagle had not been chosen the representative of our country. For the truth, the turkey is in comparison a much more respectable bird." What a ridiculous thing to say.
Would we be eating the turkey as much?
No, we would probably,
We'd be eating bald
Can you
eagles.
imagine eating a bald? Wouldn't that be something?
Well, that was the Thanksgiving tradition.
Tables have turned.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like whole farms devoted to raising bald eagles.
John Butterball has had a turkey talk line for nearly 40 years. If you find yourself with a million questions about cooking your turkey and Google is too overwhelming, or Claude, reach for the phone, because the Butterball Turkey Talk Line is real and there to help you. Open to the U.S. and Canadian homes every November and December. The unique hotline, which opened in 1981, is available to take questions via online chat and email. Plus, there are Spanish-speaking experts. Each year, Butterball expects more than 100,000 questions for thousands of households.
Wow.
Yeah. John, turkey's tryptophan does not actually make you tired. The amount of tryptophan, I've read this before, that the amount of tryptophan that it would need to make you sleep, you'd have to eat like 10 turkeys, entire turkeys.
And that's
it's
not
just the big heavy meal and the sedentary
right. There's no work,
nature of the day. Your body goes into basic shutdown mode, it says, according to experts, and sleep gets promoted. Dr. Daniel Barone explained to Business Insider, saying the phenomenon is called postprandial fatigue.
I feel like I feel that more often than just Thanksgiving.
Yeah. John, did you know that Thanksgiving leftovers led to the invention of iconic TV dinners? In 1953, an overzealous Swanson employee overestimated the number of frozen turkeys the company should order for Thanksgiving, and the company was left with 260 tons of extra turkey after the holiday. Rather than eat the loss, financially we mean, Salesman Jerry Thomas came up with the brilliant idea to create and sell individual turkey dinners complete with cornbread dressing, gravy, peas, and sweet potatoes on reheatable trays, just like airline meals. Each pre-made feast cost a grand total of 98 cents. By the end of 1954, Swanson had sold 10 million frozen turkey meals, and the TV dinner industry was born.
I actually did know that.
It was because of your
Food That Built
America, of course. John, do you know who the first president was to pardon a turkey? It's now a big tradition.
Can you give me a century?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I want you to guess. Because you're a big American history expert.
All right. Well, I don't know if this really... Okay, I'm going to guess Warren G. Harding.
No. It's way more recent than you might imagine. George H.W. Bush.
You're kidding.
1989, the 41st president pardoned the first turkey. That is, assured the bird it would never become somebody's dinner after noticing the 50-pound bird looked a little antsy at his official Thanksgiving proclamation. Since then, every president has upheld the tradition, and a few of the turkeys have gone on to serve a different purpose. In 2005 and 2009, the birds went to Disneyland and Disney World parks to participate in their annual Thanksgiving parades.
Wow.
So some of these birds get on to...
They just go on to fame.
They go on to the lecture circuit.
Wow. Hanging out with the duck and the mouse.
Now, President Calvin Coolidge, John, he was the first to pardon a raccoon in relation to
He was completely confused.
In November 1926, he was gifted a live raccoon intended to be his Thanksgiving dinner, which sounds...
What year was this?
1926. He wasn't super into the idea of eating a raccoon, so he decided to keep it as a pet instead. This wasn't unusual, as the President and First Lady Grace Coolidge were known to be animal lovers. They were often randomly sent pets, including unconventional ones like a bear and lion cubs.
Wow.
Coolidge was an odd one.
He was like Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah. Finally,
President
John,
Doolittle.
Finally, John, our final Thanksgiving fact to wrap up the show.
Okay.
Black Friday, a.k.a. the day after Thanksgiving, is the busiest day for plumbers. Sure, it's a big day for shoppers, John, but don't forget the drainage professionals. Plumbing and drainage companies don't really get the Friday after Thanksgiving off since it's one of their busiest days of the year, which makes sense, okay, for a lot of reasons. We're not going to go to the gross thing, but...
Well, your house has a lot more people.
It's overworked. It's a lot. The toilets are flushing more.
Yeah.
There's some irregular patterns happening, perhaps.
Yeah.
In fact, the day is so busy for these services that Roto-Rooter company actually calls it Brown Friday. John.
Come on, Roto-Rooter.
Come on. Clean it up.
I'm glad that they said that and not us.
I know. Wouldn't that be weird
if we would have said that in the air, it would have been completely inappropriate. Or sophomoric, at least.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Juvenile.
Yeah. So
Brown Friday.
Yeah.
Happy Brown Friday to those who celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe take care of that. Keep a plunger handy if you're going to Peepaws. Nanos.
Peepaws. Well, Johnny.
Yeah.
If they wanted to find out more about the show, there's a non-holiday kind of show. Where would they go?
Talkaboutthatpodcast.com. Over almost 400 episodes.
Almost.
Archived on there. Maybe you could binge this as you're headed over to Nanas and Papaws and such.
Yeah.
And do that for us. Click on that upper right-hand link if you want to support the show, get ad-free content. If you want to send us a note, John, how would you do that?
You send it to hello@talkaboutthatpodcast.com.
And we appreciate all the fine comments and people listening, and it means a lot to us. We're very thankful for you this holiday weekend.
Yeah, we really are. Hey, Johnny, let's do it again next week, don't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Right here on
Talk About That.